Good morning. Can you all hear me? Yeah, good. Good. Good morning. Please feel free. If there's anything you like to share, anything to explore.
Yes, I would love this.
Bettina.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, I can see you perfectly.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Oh, it's just again and again, it's so wonderful to just take a breath together. Oh. Something is deeply shifted in your system. Is that true?
In connection with you, yes.
In connection with me.
Yeah.
I take it as a compliment.
Yes, that is it. Yes. I tried in English.
Yeah. Take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time. I help you.
What I noticed is in the connection with you, really, the invitation is landed here. So
Oh, Bettina, that is a compliment, I tell you. Makes me very, very. Gosh, and it brings that sweet, sweet touch. Huh? Oh, my eyes are also getting watery.
and actually it makes it so easy
Mm.
That's all what is needed. And the mind is turning around and, oh no, this and this and this. God.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's somehow as if the mind or whatever that is also learning, okay, it can just do its thing. Okay, round and round. And here we are. Something else is much bigger, much, much bigger. Mm.
Und gleichzeitig, da ist diese Einladung und auch dieses Sehen.
And at the same time, there's the invitation and the seeing. No worries.
That could be the solution, but in the body there's tension and ja, Widerstand. Boah,
Resistance.
warum machst du es dir nicht einfach? Ja, warum
Yeah,
muss es so,
yeah,
was wehrt sich da? Was wehrt sich?
yeah, yeah. And that's beautiful, Bettina, because she was saying, what is actually resisting this? So let's have a look at that. Let's have a look. I mean, I love starting at the beginning of these human beings. So there's an egg and there's a sperm and they come together and boom.
Oh.
And it grows and it does its thing. Yeah, and here you are. Exactly. So what, how does it do it all? How does it know, how does that sperm know to enter that egg and then it does its magic. It does its magic. I mean, that's just the human kind of evolution, but everywhere. It's springtime here right now, and it's just everything is coming out, and it's just unbelievable how creative everything is. So somehow it does its thing, and it knows how to do it. How does that happen, Bettina? How does it know what to do? Yeah, yeah. Even a mind, at one point there's that mind. I'm always amazed, I love listening to the scriptures of people that have explored before us, and that's hundreds of years ago, and they explore the same stuff than we explore right now. Even the wording is kind of like, wow, they spoke the same language than we, or maybe it depends on the translation, but it doesn't matter. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. And when there's a moment of peace, let's call it peace, coming together and everything starts to slow down and stop, they come to the same result. Then they say that's the solution, if there's a solution. Yeah. And letting it do its thing. Yes. We can call it conditioning, we can call it whatever. In the end, we have no clue how it created itself. We just, when we're like this together, we're just in awe, isn't it? It's like, wow, wow, how could this happen? Just seeing it all, just seeing it all. It's doing it by itself, and we're here. So even there, when that is clear, there's not much to interfere with, isn't it? It was amazing. I was having a beautiful walk through the bush on a mountain cliff, and it was just really beautiful. And it was quiet, and the wind, and the birds, and the bees, and it's just that beautiful music of everything. And I was sitting down, and I was like, wow, what's all the fuss about? Just could sit there forever. Nothing can happen to us. Nothing. Other than it takes us into that spin and it believes in itself. That's when it starts suffering, isn't it? Then it gets all those sensations or whatever's first, who knows? And then it gets all those ideas, should be different. And then we come together for a moment, gets quiet, all is well. And that seems like until our body takes the last breath, maybe. And then, you know, what I love, that we can share this conversation with each other. Huh? That we both know, oh, yes, it just resonates. I can feel the resonance between us. Between, you can call it self and self, or it doesn't matter, or between Bettina and Meike. You know, I don't know more than you do, and the other way around. Yeah. Nobody has a clue what's going on here. Especially those that think they have a clue. Then it becomes serious, huh? Oh, wow. I was speaking with a friend the other day, and I was like, you know, half of my life, of this personal life, it was so serious.
Yeah.
Gosh, everything so serious. Hard work. Oh God, to get it right, huh? To get it right so that you can get a breath, so that you can go to sleep in the evening. What I also love is, you know, and over the years, all our explorations, there are so many tools. We have learned so many things, just, you know, that can bring us back to here. Again, not getting caught in it, because sometimes it works and then it doesn't, isn't it? It's like, oh, now I found the solution, and it works 3 times, and then fourth time, nothing. So there are two, but there are so many tools, so many beautiful ways of bringing us home again and again. But one of, maybe for me personally, one of the most important seeings has been that it is not up to me. For most of my life, that identity that had developed itself had the idea that it was in charge of it, of the whole dilemma, the whole suffering, and it did wrong. Because if it would have done right, then it would be different, it would be comfortable. So that gave my system, my personal system, such a huge relief. And, saying that, it doesn't mean that we're not responding. Huh? It's not, and of course I've heard that also many times. Okay, in that case, then I just sit somewhere in the corner and I don't move anymore. It's not, no, it's just, there's a different response in a way when it's really clear. It's like a distance without a distance. It's funny to say, but it's like you're not in the spin, you see clearly, but you're not removed.
In the body.
No. Yeah. And I mean, you see the struggle. You see the struggles. Oh, wow, yeah, get it.
And there's always, not always, but at the moment, this but.
Yeah. And you see it. Yep. Yeah. But of course. Yeah. It's so used to working hard. It's also, I mean, growing up in where we grew up, there was not really an invitation to wow, really go in and see who or what we actually are. It was just, you're this and this and this and this.
I really feel it in the body and in the system when you say we are working so hard, and it can't believe that it goes the other way around.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exact. For all of us, Bettina. It's for all of us like that. Yeah. So just that you know that, but when it's identified, it really thinks it's only me.
No, that's not. But I feel that the system cannot bis jetzt, dass ich wirklich mal reinfallen lasse. Weißt du, das hört es alles.
That it can fall into it. It can't up until now. Yes. Yeah, but it does from time to time. Yeah, when we started, there was at least that's how I sensed it here, was an immediate recognition. Yeah. A deep knowing. And then, of course, all the buts come. So, I look at every little but and I said, come on here, my little but. See, I get a smile. Come on here. Yes, I understand. You've worked very, very hard. You really got the program of having to do it a certain way. But anyway, you actually never can do it right.
For the others.
So, yeah.
And
others
for the same,
is yeah. It's all the same, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So inviting every bud, one by one, into your heart. Every bud that comes home in your heart has an effect on everything. I know you know that, but it's so nice to say it.
And I love it too. I love to hear that.
Yeah, me
Every
too.
time.
Me too. See, that brings it again into a field of connection.
Und sogar diese Dankbarkeitswelle ist eine
And even
Bewegung.
the and even the wave of gratitude is a movement.
Away.
Ah, wow. Wow, so fine, huh? So fine.
So eine kleine Bewegung in das Ich und das Aussprechen wollen und bla bla bla.
A small movement into the I and wanting to speak it. Wow, such clear seeing and nothing wrong with it. If possible, no judgment on top.
Und trotzdem so spannend, ja. Also so spannend, weil, ja.
And at the same time, exciting.
Ja, weil es diese Wegbewegung im Moment, ja, also es zieht weg.
That movement away, that just pulling away. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing you can do and nothing you have to do. And something is noticing it.
Und nothing wrong to do it or to follow it with.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Nothing wrong with following it. It's not much of a choice, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah, but when it gets seen like now, then
Yeah.
it's a choice. A little
It's
bit
like
for the trick.
it seems. I know it seems that way. It seems that way, but it's just if you see there's dog poop in front of you, your foot just
Yeah.
it doesn't, you know, it can play and step into that, but you know, it doesn't think twice. It doesn't think at all. When it sees it, it doesn't step in there. It doesn't. Or a piece of glass or something. It doesn't. It seems like a choice, but it's more intelligence, I would
Yes,
say.
yes, I understand.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It's like, oh, should I step in today or shouldn't I? Or, yeah, that's, you know, that's the confusion again, isn't it? If it knows what glass or dog poop or whatever it is, what it, you know, what it sees there, it is not really, it just doesn't do it. It doesn't step in there.
Aber jetzt nochmal in dieses Positive gedacht, jetzt mit dieser Dankbarkeit oder das ausdrücken zu wollen.
So now again, the
positive feeling of say thank
wanting
you.
to, yes, expressing gratitude.
Yes,
Yeah.
and in the moment it was seen the the way, and there it seems it like it has a choice.
It seems, yeah. Yeah, but there again, the moment it sees clearly,
it's not necessary.
it's much faster, isn't it?
Oh.
That's my experience. It doesn't think about it. It moves. You can see every animal or every plant or every living being in a way. If it knows its environment, if it has to figure out a new environment, it's different. And it can feel insecure, and it goes maybe more slow, and for a moment it might not know what it finds, you know, like I remember, you know, coming here to Australia, and in the north there are some jellyfish that are poisonous. So, you know, if you get touched by them, you can die just in a few minutes because they paralyze your breathing. And so if you don't know that, it's a, but if you do know, but still then you look, what is it? But even that is intelligent. Some of us get very disturbed by it and scared and freak out, and yeah, everyone just reacts a little differently. So it's easy to move through an environment that's known for our system. And, you know, if it's even with traveling, I remember my first long travel overseas. Oh, it was big excitement because I'd never done that by myself, and, you know, different language and just everything different. So you go slower maybe, and, you know, you come into situations that are unknown. But even there, you know, if one is relatively at home in themselves, yeah. And I know that choice thing is huge. It's huge. There's a strong conditioning in a way. We have a choice.
Wobei ich, also soweit es mir bewusst ist,
As far as she is aware,
ist hier immer schon diese Sicht, das mache ich doch gar nicht. Also ich würde es doch anders machen.
There's been always the seeing, I'm not the doer, because I would do it differently. Yeah.
And a little bit of I can do it. But
yeah. But even that, you know, then you have a laugh about it when you see it. Yeah, it's ridiculous in a certain way. How does a tree know to be an oak tree or a willow tree or an apple tree? Or how does this body know to become a human body and not a horse? Yeah. I mean, it's beyond intelligence, I would say. I mean, also the setup that it believes that it's in charge, it's part of it. It's it's quite amazing. Mm.
And the conditioning that we have to know what to do and all this.
Yeah. Yeah. As if we could, huh? As if we could know. Yeah, you know, it's nice waking up in the morning and yeah, be able to make yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, and know you have all the ingredients at home. But even that, you know, I sometimes think, how did people come up making coffee? I have these coffee bushes grow in my orchard. And so seeing for the first time, when I came here, seeing for the first time coffee beans, how they grow. I thought, wow, it's berries. They are berries in a way. How did somebody start roasting them and grinding them? And we're explorers, aren't we? Something wants to know everything and it just wants to play. It just became a bit serious. Especially where we grew up. Not everywhere, not everywhere.
Oh.
No, no, not everywhere. But most places these days. And then we come back when it gets really simple and ordinary. Oh, we love it. We love it. Mm. Mm.
Ich mach mal Platz und danke. Danke an alle.
Mm. Mm.
Danke.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Hey, Meike.
Oh, Ine. Hi.
Hi.
Wait 1 second. Yeah. Oh.
I nearly fall down.
Yeah. Your heart feels so tender and soft.
Thank you.
Times it really has to stretch, huh? To give space to everything.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing what, at least that's how it seems, what one body has to hold or can hold. Huh?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
in the in the moment, it feels like there, in the heart is a very young organization.
Mm.
And it's like, it's, maybe it's a story, but it's like I'm showing this young organization, it's okay. In this moment, it is safe.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Yeah. In this moment, you're there.
Yeah.
And even in community with all our beautiful friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, it's interesting with these stories because somehow they also have their place. Huh? I mean, just, you know, when you speak this, energetically it does something, at least in my system. Yeah.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah.
For me, it's also like there is a recognition that there was a kind of red thread,
Yeah.
like we call it, this woolen thread going
Yes.
going through my life,
Mm.
with which the system has experienced people who are very psychic disturbed,
Mm-hmm.
which gave much unsafety because the system lost
Mm.
the possibility to connect.
Mm. Mm.
This is such a disturbed system.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And in a way, it's like, whoa, it's good to have it clear.
Mm.
And hopefully, I will recognize it earlier. Ja, ik bedoel, the system will recognize it in time.
Mm.
But by seeing it, it also reveals a lot of this.
Yes. Yeah. I feel so honored when this comes, because that sits in so many of us. You know, for those of us that have grown up in an environment that was unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it disturbs. Oh, yeah, and it doesn't know when to let it free, or does it have to hold it? I mean, it's very confusing for these human systems.
Yeah.
So that it feels safe enough here to show this is huge. It's huge.
I first took a look who was in.
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
happy that you did. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm. Yeah, no right, no wrong. It's just we're learning to look after these systems.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives a more space by speaking it.
Yeah.
I feel much more air now.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, go together.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, what I also like is again and again to see that it has its own timing. When it can move on or when it does the next little step. You know, we've been sitting for quite a while and it was clear that it was something about the heart and, you know,
Yeah.
so, and then all of a sudden it was ready to speak something and all of a sudden it can breathe more freely. It has its own timing.
Yeah.
You could not have spoken just from the beginning. No,
No.
it has its own timing. And it also, I mean, it's, whatever this is such a traveler, huh? Going through dimensions and different
Yeah.
realms and times. And I mean, you know, then we're right here again.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Then there's this young baby showing up and us at the same time here. Wow. We've got quite a capacity, huh? To time travel and dimension travel and
Over the years, we did a lot.
yeah, also to make it, to get used to it, not just
Yeah.
living in that serious realm where we all grew up and which was so confusing to most of us.
Yeah.
So much more, so much more. So how's this young one doing right now? I'm curious.
Much more peaceful. And a layer of hurt is gone. It just dropped.
Love that sharing. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Just by giving it time and space, and it moves and unravels and untangles, and there it is. Without us interfering, we're just here. We're just here, available.
Yeah, but that's so important.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The moment there's any idea of how it should be or could be, it will not come out. No, it won't.
No.
Oh, sweet wave. Sweet, sweet wave. Just putting an arm around this one.
Yes, that's what I can feel. She would like to be cuddled.
Yeah, yeah, let's cuddle her. Ooh.
Yeah. I love your smile.
Thank you. I love yours too.
And I feel more one again.
It's so funny, but I feel like as if we sit in the same room holding hands. I feel so close in it. I can smell you.
Roses.
I love seeing your grandchildren in the back, right behind you.
Yeah, I love them a lot.
It's actually wonderful because everything our system didn't get, we can just give it to our grandchildren. No?
Yeah, it's so easy to become playful with them. It's so
Yes.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling joy.
And I'm feeling grateful. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi, Meike.
Hey, Judith. Wait 1 second, it's getting warm. It was cold and then it's warm. Get you big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Hello. And thank you, Ine. It was really touching. Something resonated there. Yeah.
Yeah. Also something different in your system, Judith.
Yeah.
That's how it feels here, but maybe it's my own system, who knows? It's as if something dares more to be here.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful. Easy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And it is quite interesting to see that that this can be here while the body is going through something, like my adrenaline glands has a microorganism at the moment, and that means that there is a high level of adrenaline moving through the body, and the nights are quite bad, and I'm getting really warm, and the heart is beating, and the mind starts racing. And then when I just sit, then it doesn't need to disturb what is here, what is prior to what is happening. It can be quiet, you know, while the body, what you say, when we really start to trust the body and not interfering, and it doesn't mean, or the night is of course really disturbing, but the moment I just sit again and say, okay, come back to here, you know, then,
Then there's peace at the same time.
then there's peace at the same time. Then there's peace at the same time. That's quite amazing.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually, it's huge what you're saying.
Yes, it is. Because here it can learn that this is always prior to the experience of the body. It's always prior. And we can rest in that, even if the body has all kinds of disturbances.
Yes.
It can rest as that.
Yes.
Yeah, something.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's quite something, huh?
Yes, it is.
And that this is a learning, but it is so beautiful to have a glimpse of the possibility.
Yeah, it's actually more than a glimpse, especially when there's such a strong movement going on in the body.
Yeah.
It's, for most of us, very, very hard not being sucked or pulled into identifying as that.
Yeah, and for me in the nights it's easier to identify because I'm laying down and then it goes in all directions. Forget it, you know, just forget it. Huh? But then I'm glad when it's light again. I say, okay, now I can stand up and I can sit, or I sit in bed, and now, okay, now come back to here, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Judith.
Thank you, Meike. Thank you all. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, existence. Thank you. Just thank you.
Love, love.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Micah. Leilani here.
Leilani.
Can we sit together for a bit?
Yes, with pleasure.
Thank you.
I can't see you.
No, I don't want to be seen. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to be seen.
No.
Okay, and let me just see there. Okay. Now I'm unmuted. Your body is not doing well, Lailani?
No.
You want to share with us what's going on?
I just feel really emotional.
Yeah, oh, that's okay. It's okay for us, isn't it? For everybody? Yeah. Can you see? There comes it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
okay. It's okay. Emotions are somehow part of life.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Indeed, you know, actually,
Hmm?
actually, you know, a few tears, can change the whole chemistry.
Yeah.
I once read, you know, when there's pain or whatever going on in our bodies, and we have tears coming. There's a pain relief in the some chemicals. I don't know anymore what it was, but it's nearly like morphine. It helps the system to calm, and we know that it feels good being a
Yeah.
bit emotional. Yeah.
It's a releasing.
Yes, exactly. An emotion has already gone.
Yeah. It's I actually don't feel um that emotional. Um I've been feeling more peace than I usually feel
Mm.
and more stillness.
Wow.
And there's been a shift in usually when I have a flare up, I totally identify with the illness, with the body,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
pain.
Mm.
I mean, it's really hard when you're in terrible pain not to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
finding this time, even though when I was in a lot of pain before I went to hospital, um, that's all that existed at that time was the pain.
Mm. Yeah.
But since then the focus has shifted, the interest has shifted from the physical
Mm-hmm.
to the non-physical.
Mm.
And yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, it's definitely it's the opposite, huh?
The opposite. Yeah.
Mm.
And it's just like going into a much deeper space than I've been before with it.
Mm.
It's not something that I'm doing,
No.
just happening, yeah. So there's a lot of positive. The most difficult part that I feel to share is I just get pumped with so many drugs, really heavy toxic drugs.
Mm.
And it puffs my whole body up and my hair falls out and, you know, lots of physical changes.
Mm, yeah.
And that's really, you know, and I feel really toxic, just so toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do understand, and sometimes it's just I'm also very grateful for all those medicines in a way. Yeah? When you're in pain, and I mean, nobody really knows what. Some things help, some other things don't help. But
Micro, I wouldn't be here without them.
pain really. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So and it does something to the body, but you can take care about it when it's easier. About the toxins in the body, you can take care about it when the time is ready for that. You still there?
Yep.
Yeah. The sound was just, wasn't sure. So.
How does it feel to you?
It feels vulnerable. It feels shy. It's in that being vulnerable.
Wanting to hide?
Yeah, it feels alone. But there's also another aspect. It's reaching out. And that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It takes care, it doesn't want a camera right now, which is totally fine. But it speaks honestly, and yeah, it feels very vulnerable. Do you get a sense that it's okay the way it is for us, in our little field?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love this little group.
Yeah,
I
far
do.
out.
Be vulnerable and raw and
Yeah.
just be where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sitting on your couch where you normally are, or?
I'm at my sister's place. She's caring for me this week. And
How nice is that?
mostly in bed.
Yeah.
So I'm on my bed, on her bed. Yeah.
On her bed. Okay, so we get a little bit of a picture where you are.
In
We
my
like
pajamas.
that. In your pajamas, yeah. Is it getting warm over there, or?
We've had some cold weather with rain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I think the heat's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Here too.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you Sangha. Thank you Meike.
Oh, thank you, Lailani, for coming in spite of what's going on for your body. Thanks for reaching.
Yeah, I feel I need to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you need to. And you follow up. You know, every reach you do and every reach that's received, again, it does something to our whole field. There are so many of us witnessing that there's a reach and it's been received in a loving field, in a warm field. Every system that's witnessing us, it does something. It does something for us because we haven't learned that, most of us. You know, we had to do everything by ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for reaching and showing this.
Thank you for hearing me.
Kisses from all of us. I just say it for everyone. Yeah. See, there comes the kisses. Loving your body. Yeah. Can you see everyone is with you?
Yes, I've got gallery on. Yeah.
Yeah, there, look at that.
Right back at
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Meike.
Esther.
Yeah.
Us again, Esther.
I didn't feel so included, so I wanted to include myself, and I know there's something playing here, and there's such a deep groove of that I have to do something for it, and it's never good enough. And anyway, a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
I would love to rest with this part and looking if I can connect, because I'm
Yeah.
this young system, I don't know, is not used to connect from there.
Yeah.
So,
You know, if this is a young being, Esther, it doesn't have to do anything.
yeah, and that's the confusion.
Maybe for one moment it doesn't have to do anything, and we are here. Can you see everyone? I don't know if you have the gallery view or or on the side. We're here. And this young being doesn't have to do anything, then just see that we're here. Just the way we are.
Yeah, I see. So I go back to you.
Good. What did you see? Yeah. Now that's touching.
And it also opens, because it's playing for a while now, it opens also all stories or layers from what you could call rage. So, and now I feel more, it's a trembling from not knowing what to do to connect. So now I'm here.
So the trembling is a very, very healthy response. Is it okay for you to feel it?
Yeah, there are strong ideas about it. But I can sit with it, yeah. It's just the opposite from shutting down in some moments. And now it's going the other way again.
Can you invite us to feel that with you? Only if it's all right. So no right or wrong. Only if it's all right.
I don't know how.
Just by considering, that's enough. It's not on a level of doing. It's just, oh, maybe that's interesting. Maybe it's not interesting. That's all. Just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And we're still here. You notice? We're still all here.
Yeah. I noticed, and it's a bit scary, but I'm not moving.
Yeah, it's scary. Is anything you can, take care of? When it's scary, it's nice to take care about that. Maybe it's movement. Maybe it's looking away.
Yeah, there's also a part in me what says I have to stand.
You have to
Not
what?
not show the fear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's an old truth, I know.
Yeah, and you see it and you share it with us. It's fantastic. It shows. Oh, and now it's different. Something is different now.
I see it does, in a way, it can pull my attention so much to the sensation.
Yeah, you see that. Fantastic. You see it and hands off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't mean anything about you. For whatever reason, it conditioned itself like this, and I'm sorry that it's causing so much suffering and aloneness. I'm sorry about that. But here you are, showing up in our little group again and again, and you also know that we're here for the same reason. So for one moment, nothing to figure out. Nothing. Oh, I love laughing with you. I know I'm not always saying the right stuff. I'm doing my best. At least it makes you laugh.
There's so much confusion around it.
Yeah. Oh, you see it. There's confusion around it. So what? Yeah, no, you can feel this. All this. Yeah. And we're here at the same time. And there's moments when you are looking out. Tiny moments. And then there's sometimes moments while it's doing that. Yeah.
I don't have to say anything.
No.
I really have no idea what I am at this moment. Or what is looking out or connecting or...
That's a good sign. That's a good sign, Esther. You don't need to have a clue. The truth is nobody has a clue.
It seems
What
you
this
have.
is about. Yeah, because I'm seeing that I don't have one. Makes life so easy. Easier and easier and easier. Seeing at every moment that I have no clue what it is all about. Every day again, it's like, wow. Waking up, looking out of the window and say, wow. Wow. Who made it all? You see, you're getting tired.
It's more relaxation, I guess.
Yes, I'm joking. I mean, maybe there is somebody somewhere that has a clue. I haven't found that one yet. And I'm looking. Maybe somebody knows, but... Mm. 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 You're doing it amazing.
I'm also wondering, in the exploring to not to stay at places where it doesn't feel what's not nourishing,
Yeah.
joyful, and any other way. Yeah. When shutdowns happens in my system, or collapse, I'm not sure now. Do I have to go again to see to be with them, or
You don't have to worry, Esther. It will show.
because up till now I did, and then
Say again.
up till now I again and again went back to that person, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's all you know. Yeah. You don't have to worry. You will see if your system goes there.
you go now. There's in a way such a deep mistrust in an invitation, to hear an invitation or to feel. I mean, I can feel it in systems now from you and Isaac, but there's old information still there that says the invitation means something else, you know, and I feel it clear and gently.
You know, even meaning, Esther, every meaning is made up.
I don't know why that's touching me, but
You can put your head down. You haven't done anything wrong and you can't do anything right. Whatever this is doing its thing. And we are, I mean, for me, I just feel so grateful that we can take a bit of time out, come together and hang out, hold hands with each other without having to perform, without having to prove, without having to pretend, where we just can be simple beings. Inviting each other to get even more simple. From all that being so complex, this mind thing, it's so complex. Gosh, it's so complex. And have a little bit of a break together. Moment of no right or wrong, nowhere to go. Just here. Just simple. No meaning in every meaning. So I love having you in our field. I love that you show up again and again. And I am so sorry that there's so much suffering. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry what your system had to go through. I wish I could have been there in those moments where confusion came in and just get it all straight and right. I wish. And I see all I can do is sitting here and stroke your back and hold your hand. Stroking my own back, holding my own hand. Again and again. With every little confusion that comes. Tickle myself, tickle you, so that we can have a moment of peace. So all is well. That's all I know. All is well. Only always. Even if it doesn't seem like that. Oh, your cat.
Yeah, the cat starts to snore.
Oh, see? Somebody's listening.
Wondering what I'm hearing now.
I think you should put your head right next to his.
No, I'm not allowed to sit in its chair. This chair.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for resting with me again and again.
Pleasure. Pleasure, Esther.
Everyone. Thank you.
Mwah.
Meike?
Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning. Good evening. Yeah, just saying hello and sitting here.
Yeah. Yes, with pleasure. Nice to see you.
Yeah, same.
Also feels so vulnerable and tender being with you.
Yeah, and it's like everything is included, also all our friends, like the whole life.
I love your heart.
It's ours.
Yeah, yes, I like that. It's ours.
Yeah, it's the big part of us all.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's beautiful to feel. Yes.
Yeah.
Knowing
I
it's
mean,
beyond me.
it's both, isn't it? It's both. It's both. It's the personal heart and it's the collective heart. I mean, how can we ever? We can't take it apart. Huh? It's all the same.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe that is also the dance, that
Yeah. Yeah.
personal, it's unpersonal, and taking it personal, not taking it personal. It's yeah.
That's the dance. I like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But it was so beautiful what you said, because the dance really became more easy. At least we never know, it can change again, but time. Yeah, I mean, I know that by now, but in the last time,
I'm glad to
it
hear.
would be so easy, it's like yeah, yes, and there is a lot of thanks God, that it becomes more easy, and not such a struggle.
It's like I mean, I have a sense it's for all of us, the seeing. I kind of, where it takes itself out of the spin.
Yeah.
That is growing. Huh? If I don't have a better word, but
yes.
but I know you know what I mean. It's like that is more in the foreground rather than that spin, that where it identifies itself as all those beliefs and ideas.
Yeah, that is also how it registers here, also in being with you, with our friends, that it has deepened somehow, really.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
that's a
very
better word.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful because we are touching each other again and again, and it's like we feel helping to get even more deep and see more clearly.
Yeah. There's just that love. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's so happy. It's so happy to look into its own eyes.
Yes.
It's just
yes, indeed.
so happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. This joy going up and down and backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much to you all, life itself.
Yeah. Yes, thank you back to the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so thank you. And muting myself.
Thank you, Sandra.
Meike?
Eva. I like seeing Laura and Heidi in the background. Hi. Mm. How's it going in Spain?
Yeah, I love it. It's really, yeah, for me, it's like a dream to be here.
Yeah, I can feel it. Somehow my attention goes quite often to you guys there, and oh, I see you play around. So nice to feel you.
I had a question coming up, and
Mm.
I don't know where it comes from, and the whole time I was thinking like, but yeah, I don't have to. So the question is, and I wonder what you will say about it is
Me too.
yeah. There's sometimes like what just happened is that I wonder that sometimes you have like emotions coming up or you get triggered or things happen.
Mm.
And I wonder like, and of course there's no answer to that, but somehow I want to ask it anyway, is that like sometimes it's actually useful to share it. I wonder if it is ever useful actually to, because there are what I mean is there are so many layers. Like there's this layer of all is well, and but sometimes then the system gets triggered, and emotions come up and you feel something about something, and then this whole process in me, then I notice then starts like, okay, I shouldn't feel it, like I shouldn't
Oh.
feel the emotion that I'm
Mm.
feeling. And then is
Yeah.
it okay, but okay, if I leave that, then I just feel it, but is it then also,
Mm.
can it be
Oh, and just look what happens. Just to slow it down a bit. Just see what happens when you notice that.
when
You
it
showed
comes out?
something there. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it, but as in I can feel the difference in my body, because then it becomes, the
Yes.
mind becomes, then it becomes just, then there's no problem actually.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I wonder if it's sometimes then useful to share what's going on inside of you, because somehow that seems to do something, right?
Mm.
So
Have you tried it?
yeah, I have many times.
And how was it? How
Well,
was it?
yeah, I actually I like it.
Ah, far out. There you got your answer.
Okay, because then the
Mm.
mind starts like, well, yeah, but you know, um,
Yeah.
it makes it bad.
That's the confusion.
Mm,
Yes.
thank
That's the
you.
funny
Didn't-
setup we find ourselves in. Yeah.
yeah.
Otherwise, wow. When there's a child and there's an emotion going on, you don't know where it even comes from, isn't it? It's like, I remember you know, when I had the women's meetings for a while, and we were here in Australia and we were exploring. So we've been exploring for years together. And so one of our friends, she was pregnant, and then she had her little boy, and he's now, I don't know, 8 or 9. But there was a while, I can't remember how old he was, but maybe 3, 4 years old, where he had all of a sudden these tantrums. And it was so strong. And we were exploring in the meetings because she did not know what to do with that. So we were just looking at what does he need, you know, and we came to, he actually doesn't want her to go and he can't stop anything, but he needed her to be there exactly the way she was, you know, also not knowing what to do, but not leaving him. So, you know, after a while, she would always share in our meetings, and she would share, you know, after a while she got used to that because it was very strong, these tantrums. She would let him know that it's okay. She would let him somehow know it is okay and that she's not leaving and she sees what he's going through. And, you know, then what happened was after a while, he was playing tantrums with his teddy. So his teddy had tantrums and he was being present with Teddy. He was just saying to him, it's okay, it will pass. I'm here, I'm not leaving, I'm with you. So for a while. So just, you know, the presence of, if you would send him away, you know, lots of us, when we were angry or upset, we would be sent into our rooms or, you know, left alone. That would, of course, it would make an impression that there's something wrong with us. So he didn't get that feedback, so he passed it on immediately. So, you know, you will find out. Sometimes you want to share, sometimes you don't want to share, sometimes you would like to share, but there's not the right person. But just that it doesn't split itself off in going into making itself wrong. That's actually when it never got presence, embodied presence there, isn't it? It's like when it's like, oh, something is wrong with me and I need to change it. Otherwise, it's just an emotion. It's just an emotion. It's somehow life planted that into our systems, and it's all right. When there's fear, oh, nothing more beautiful when somebody is reaching out so that you get a feeling of not being alone, or walk together. When there's sadness, nothing more beautiful when there's a shoulder where you can just put your head on. And when there's anger, when, you know, now as adults, maybe we can feel that energy without acting out. But it's nice when somebody's around that takes care that nobody gets hurt and not makes us wrong or right. And, you know, so you can go through all the emotions. It's so beautiful to share it all when it's in the field of no right or no wrong. I guess that's what we slowly grow into. Slowly we grow into, you know, life made it this way. And let's see how we walk through it with whatever comes, with whatever comes. So it's beautiful, your inquiry, your question or whatever. It's for all of us. We've been made wrong so many times there's been so much confusion everywhere. our parents thought it should be, we should be a certain way, and you know, look how they grew up and what they had to go through and all the rules, and oh man. So it's our turn now to hold our hands with whatever comes. Not splitting ourselves so much anymore in making right or wrong. Oh, I had quite something to say, huh? Was quite a lot that came out. Thanks for inspiring that. I hope it was helpful.
Very much, yeah.
Happy to hear.
It's again, and it's so funny because last time when we sat together, it was also about just allowing everything and observing, and it's in the same line, like, and it's really helpful. It really helped my system also a lot to hear that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow, it makes such a
Yeah.
big difference. So,
yeah. See, you know, there is what I love with us being together since so many years now and our exploration. You know, the seeing of what it does when it makes itself wrong or right, even both. It's the same movement in a way. So not entertaining that so many times. So see, that would be a sharing, for example. It's like, wow, for whatever reason, something is triggered in this system, and gosh, immediately it wants to make itself wrong, for example. And then sharing with another, can you hold my hand here? It's like, because that actually goes, it's a different thing. So there's an emotion and a thought form in a way.
yeah.
And can we be with that together? I can see it, but it's very hard for me to hold. And it comes with tears, or it comes with anger, or it comes with boredom, or, you know, whatever emotion. So that's what my system loves to play with. When it's too much for itself, when it can't find peace in there. Maybe finding someone who's on the same page. I mean, and you have these beautiful friends there, which is, it's absolutely fantastic. So you can kind of hold each other or show each other even, you know, it's like, wow, something going on. I really don't, can we just cuddle for a moment, or whatever it is. You know, sometimes it needs distance. Sometimes it's just, wow, I can't even speak right now. I need to go away for a bit, but I come back. Yeah. So it's a bit different with an adult system than with a child. It's the same, but it's different. So we have a bit more awareness, you know, a child still needs guidance in a way. And that little boy it was so beautiful, because most of us went through a phase of tantrums or being upset and not being allowed to. And then there's all that energy going. And what do you do with that energy? And it's not about acting it out anyway, but it's what I see is it's about feeling it in togetherness, in community. Because it's too much for one. Also for that boy, he needed his mother to be there without being wronged. No, it's a huge subject actually, and it's a huge playground. It's a forever playground in a way. At least that's how it looks here. but I can see even in my own experience, it's maturing and maturing and maturing.
And it makes so much sense, of course, that everybody or
Yeah.
everything can be there, because that's also life, creating it. So it's actually, when we speak about it like that, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like so much
Yeah.
idea that there is.
Yeah.
And of course, also the way how to go with it.
Yeah.
But that the sensations as such, or the feelings that yeah, or all the movements or everything, that it's actually not
Everything. Yeah.
just the real human or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we can see the moment there's right or wrong, it goes into separation. Huh? The moment there's a seeing of, oh, wow, I can see there's an upset. Let's hold hands. Or, you know, that's just one example. You will see there's always a different response. But a seeing of, wow, there's an upset. Sometimes you might even fight, you know. You might even shout or whatever. But then there comes always a moment where the system calms that much down again that it sees. And then there's like, wow, I don't know what happened. Oh, gosh, did I hurt you?
Yeah, it's amazing where you
I
can
really,
find yourself in. Huh? Like,
yeah, yeah,
wow.
yep, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you for bringing this. It's really beautiful. We all know about that. When, you know, not to play holy.
No, because that's really like
Yeah, that's the trap.
perfect.
Oh, I should feel peaceful all the time, huh?
It should never be triggered. That's
Luck.
yeah, that's
Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, good luck.
but that's really interesting, because that idea is really behind it, of that when you feel an
Yeah.
emotion that is actually not okay, unless it is a happy emotion, that's allowed. I think. Or
Yeah,
maybe
but
that
also not too much.
right.
Not too happy.
And also
Not
not
too
in all
happy.
situations. Like in certain situations.
See? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All good? Hey, yeah. Thanks for hosting again, Eva. And
Such a pleasure.
will you be there next week too, or
Yeah.
is Sylvie?
That's we have to make the week schedule.
Hey.
But my feeling is that I would like it, so we will discuss it. Yeah.
Okay, you discuss it. Yeah, it's nice having you all three there.
Yeah,
That's all I can say.
to do these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, we will see.
What the weekend, what next weekend brings. So we have our
Hey,
practice
yes.
now. Yeah.
Okay. Lots of love.
Love.
Oh, lots of love.
Thank you, Meike.
Thank you all. Thank you all for being in my life. Yeah. Ciao.